Hello everyone, I'm Edward Cassidy Jones. This is Silverfox Tonight. Tonight our show has an interview with 4 supervillains. The robot titan Megafox, former caterer turned career criminal Caramel Girl, the flamboyant yet somehow charming El Paso Grande, and a robot symbiote calling herself Perfect Platinum. We have been given a series of questions by our loyal viewers, so we are asking them, what do you want to know? What do you think of the art by the fans? From Time Captain.
It does appear to lean towards certain characters.
I like the ones where AK Girl blows up like a massive balloon.
I see they still push the whole "oh, woe is me" angle from Wonder Vixen.
Any art of my darling Sal is a delight.
I think I'm going to be sick.
What are your favourite movies/series to watch? From Time Captain.
My associate, Michael Knox, produces a lot of the programs in Reynard City. They are not to my taste.
I like the stories in the news when AK Girl transforms and looks like an idiot.
That's funny, because I liked the one where Wonder Vixen beat you and the bakery boys to a pulp.
I like to watch cooking shows, so I can gain inspiration to produce delightful dishes for my voluptuous vixen.
Okay, that is in no way, shape or form weird and creepy.
Says the woman obsessed with inflating AK Girl.
She deserves it.
Follow up to that for Megafox. Who's your favourite movie villain? From Nirvana's Angel.
I do admire the destructive power of Thanos.
To every English person in the world from the UK, I'm sorry if I butcher this. I'm actually hired from the Netherlands, not usually from the UK or Reynard City. Darylia Dunkus. What would be your dream dip and dipping agent? From Rob Button.
I don't eat.
Basic breadstick and cheese. No messing about.
I also don't eat.
Whatever Dairy Lee Dunker my Sal desires I shall get for her. Salt and vinegar, breadstick. If she would prefer Lunchables, it would be my pleasure to provide them.
Even if they're not in a multi-buy deal?
She is worth the extra expense.
How do you deal with henchmen that are total boobs? From Grumpy Skeletor.
I have a low tolerance for failure. With the robots, it's the scrap heap. As for our human friend here, well, she can stay while she still amuses me.
I am not a henchman. I think the term now is hench operative.
I am a robot symbiote.
And I am a construct of pure love.
Seriously, you really need to dial that back several hundred notches.
Silence! So there is one example there, Grumpy Skeletor. Let's move on, shall we?
We all know that Megafox seems to have no known weaknesses. Does AK Girl and Wonder Vixen have any clues to MF's potential weakness? For myself, I can surmise his own hubris could be his own undoing. Thanks, Von Earl Norman.
So you feel my own hubris could be my undoing? A bold question to ask, that I'm sure Mr. Knox, the owner of your channel, would love to know more about.
Your caramel-based gear and persona seem well suited to exploit AK Girl's weakness. Was this by design? When did you first learn AK Girl was susceptible to caramel? Rev 701.
Okay, now that I think about it, the experimental weapons we stole and taking over the club at the time AK Girl happened to be there and it happened to be her weakness are a few unlikely coincidences.
Yeah, very weird, that.
As for Caramel Girl, I got the nickname because often at events my caramel pies were a highlight, one of our biggest requests. Again, weird coincidence.
What strategies would you suggest for me getting a pay raise at work? From Dan Butcher, Vanguard.
Steal some experimental weaponry and threaten to destroy the place.
Get some dirt on them and blackmail them.
Charm them with delights and trinkets. If that fails, trap them in a giant burrito.
Create a detailed file on the value you offer the company. If that fails, the other options mentioned should work.
How about this? If you had to team up with one of the good guys, who would you work with? Who could you absolutely not work with? If you could add a power or strength to your own set, what would that be? Erica and Julia Lewald, X-Men.
If any of you suggests AK Girl, I will hurt you.
Given our familial connections, it would be good to bring Giacomo to our side. I do concur with Caramel Girl that AK Girl would be a maverick element I would prefer to be without.
I would serve Sal to the ends of the earth.
My neighbour won't pick up his dog dirt. How do I handle this? Dan Butcher, Vanguard.
Gather up all the dog dirt and throw it through his window.
As asked by the mighty Cimmerian Conan, what is best in life? From Dan Butcher, Vanguard.
To see your enemies defeated and humiliated.
That look on their face when they realize you have destroyed everything they love.
Seeing AK Girl blow up like a big, useless balloon.
The delight on my Sal's face when I serve her treats.
Ugh, do you listen to yourself?
From Dan Butcher, Vanguard. Question for Caramel Girl. You seem fueled by revenge. How far are you willing to go to find resolve? On Second Watch Podcast. Also, Arianish Serene asks, Caramel Girl, what's the deal with you and AK Girl? Why does she annoy you so much? Also, Fanny Hikari asks, why didn't you keep blaming the club that fired you and start gunning for vibes?
With the club thing, we destroyed that place, so I don't care about that. As for AK Girl, I just want to see AK Girl rendered totally powerless and me stuffing her massive face full of caramel. She's just so smug. It's not enough for her to be super powerful. She has to act like she's Lionel Messi nutmegging the ball between my legs. Oh yes, and be part of the takeover of Reynard City, whatever.
For Perfect Platinum, what's it like being in Sal's mind? From Leo Lyons.
I imagine it's an incredible kaleidoscope of beauty.
That's cute. No, everyone sees this incredible superhero, but I have seen what lurks beneath. The envy, the anger, the resentment. It's fun to play with.
This question is for El Paso Grande. Would you offer that giant burrito in an eating challenge like some pubs do, with eat X amount chicken wing for free or pay Y amount challenges? From Leo Lyons.
If my love Sal would wish for it, I would go to many corporate restaurant chains and independent restaurants alike with this delicious concept.
James Bond villains are famous for the monologuing of an evil plan, leaving enough time for the hero to escape and stop them. Is there an appropriate place for a good monologue, or do they need to be abolished in the villain playbook forever? From Gio Insignaris. I'm sorry if I butchered the name, Gio. Please do not hit me.
You can gloat when you've won.
Well, I think a bit of tormenting is fine in context.
Villainy deserves an element of finesse.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can wrap that up there. This was Silverfox News Tonight.
There is a balance to these things. Besides, a lot of mental torture for your foes adds to the fun. Oh, yes.
This is Eddie Jones Cassidy signing off now and inching his way towards the nearest exit.